Hello everyone, welcome to our video training. I'm Sherry from Meitrack, your host today. My presentation will introduce our latest 4G personal tracker, P88L. Okay, here's my content. I'll first start with the appearance, and then I'll go on introduce its amazing features. Take a look at the appearance first. The front view of P88L. In the middle is the SOS button. The button is surrounded by TPU software rubber, which makes the button very smooth to operate. The above three small holes. In the middle is the microphone. LED lights on both sides. The left is the blue and right LED. Blue is for GPS indicator. Right is the power status indicator. On the right is the green GSM LED indicator. The flower is the speaker with a waterproof and dustproof design. P88L has a magnetic charging port for charging and connecting to a computer for parameter configuration, and also for debug. The entire device can achieve a IP67 waterproof. Take a look at this size. P88L compared with the MT90, you can see the overall size is much smaller. That's why we call P88L a mini 4G personal tracker. After the appearance, I'll go on introduce the operation. Take a look at this picture. P88L only have two buttons, one SOS button and one accelerate button. We also call it a set button. Think only two buttons to achieve multiple functions, which means that there will be different situations. I'll introduce it one by one. First is power on and power off. Press and hold down the accelerate button for 3 seconds could turn on the device. After the device is turned on, press and hold down the accelerate button for 5 seconds could power off the device. When a call is coming in, shall press the SOS button to answer. After you finish the conversation, shall press the accelerate button could end the phone call. In emergency situation, press and hold down the SOS button for 3 seconds. P88L will generate an SOS alert and dial all authorized phone numbers one by one to ask for help. And you can easily check the current power status by shall press the accelerate button. For example, if you see the red LED indicator blink 7 times, that means the current battery power is about 70%. Another operation is the way to turn on the Bluetooth. Bluetooth will be turned on after power on the P88L, but if you don't connect it, it will auto close the Bluetooth after 2 minutes for power saving. So, if you want to turn on the Bluetooth again, could try quick press the accelerate button 5 times within 5 seconds. Check this, we have a dedicated app, MPC, for P88L. After establishing the Bluetooth connection with a mobile, you could open this app and select the corresponding device to establish a Bluetooth connection. Then you could use this app, MPC, to configure the parameters of P88L. Next part, I'll mainly introduce the configuration. How to configure a P88L? Basically, we have 4 ways. We can configure via the app or via Meitrack Manager software or SMS command. And P88L can be configured via MS03 platform. I'll briefly introduce it one by one. First, configure via app. After establishing the Bluetooth connection with a mobile, you could use the MPSafe to configure all the parameters of P88L. Like in this picture, you can configure TCP, IP, port, etc. And actually, MPSafe can also configure a P88L via GPRS. In this case, you need to have a SIM card in P88L first and establish a TCP connection with Meitrack server. Then you could configure parameters via GPRS. The second one is P88L can be configured via Meitrack Manager software. It is a PC software used to configure all Meitrack terminals. This tool is very convenient. Connect your P88L to a PC via the magnetic USB cable, then you could configure all parameters conveniently. About how to use this tool could refer our Meitrack Manager user guide. And parameters of P88L can be configured via a SMS command. The command format could refer the Meitrack SMS protocol field. The fourth one is P88L can be configured via MS03 platform. Or you could use your own platform. I use MS03 platform picture here as an example. If you want to integrate P88L's protocol field to build your own platform, could refer the GPRS protocol field of P88L. Platform also configure parameters via GPRS, so P88L need to first establish a TCP connection with the server. Let's go on the next page. I'll introduce the location part. As a GPS tracker, location is the most important thing. So I'll mainly introduce three features. I'll introduce P88L's two Bluetooth features, anti-lost mode and lost-found mode. And then I'll introduce assisted Wi-Fi location and single dual satellite system. Anti-lost mode. We know that P88L parameters can be modified and configured via Bluetooth. Bluetooth anti-lost is another application. After establishes a Bluetooth connection with a mobile, you can open the anti-lost mode on the app. After that, P88L will keep the Bluetooth on all the time. Anti-lost mode will work like this. When P88L leaves the area, leaves the Bluetooth range, both the mobile and the P88L will alert and keep beeping to warn someone that they have lost and leave the area. And the lost-found mode. The application of this mode is mainly to help you find the P88L in the vicinity. If you can't find your P88L within the range of the Bluetooth connection, you can call it on the app. Then P88L will continue to vibrate and beep, so you can quickly find it starting somewhere. Next, assisted Wi-Fi location. This feature is suitable for environments without GPS signal. For example, in an indoor environment without GPS, P88L can determine its location by searching for the Wi-Fi signal in the surrounding. It will work like this. Each Wi-Fi corresponds to a unique MAC address in the world, and P88L has an internal Wi-Fi module. Could search and upload the Wi-Fi signal and its corresponding signal strength to the server. Then, the server can confirm the location by processing the Wi-Fi data uploaded by the device. As shown in these two pictures, a specific location can be confirmed based on 3 Wi-Fi signals. And if you are using MS03 platform, you can manually enter the MAC address and its corresponding latitude and longitude in it. Comes to the satellite system. P88L uses a u-blox M8Q GPS module, which could support GPS, GLONASS, BeiDou, and Galileo. P88L default a GPS and GLONASS dual location mode, and it can also be configured via a command to single GPS location or GPS and BeiDou, or GPS and Galileo as potential. Except this, P88L compatible with the AGPS, which highly improving the location speed and accuracy. You can see the GPS location accuracy can reach 2.5 meters. At the same time, it greatly reduces the occurrence of location drift. In addition to the above functions, P88L also has 4 different working modes which can meet different application requirements. I will introduce it one by one. The first working mode is the normal mode. In normal mode, P88L will upload data following the configured GPS time interval. P88L uses a 1000 mAh battery. So if we set the upload time interval as 10 seconds, the standby time can reach about 4 to 5 hours. If set a larger time interval, like 1 minute or 60 minutes, the standby time can reach about 21 hours. The second working mode is the deep sleep mode. Deep sleep is if no event is triggered after 5 seconds, the GPS and the Wi-Fi modules will stop working, and the GSM module will enter the deep sleep. At this point, P88L will only wake up and upload a heartbeat data to maintain connect with the server to save power and also could save the data flow. For example, in this scenario, I set the GPS time interval to 10 minutes and the heartbeat interval to 60 minutes, only driving 2 hours a day. Other times entering sleep, P88L could stand by for about 62 hours. Next, the third working mode is the smart working mode. Same scenario as just above, I set a 10 minutes time interval P88L can extend the standby time to 72 hours. Those standby time are all my actual test results. So question is, how does smart working mode work? In this scenario, I distinguish the area between company and other regions. When P88L enters the company, it will totally stop uploading data. Do not wake up during this time. Let's achieve a further power saving. In this application, we call my company as a frequent parking place. Check this. When P88L entering the frequent parking place, after staying for 1 minute or connecting to a frequent stop place Wi-Fi, P88L will totally stop uploading data and auto-enter sleep. Until P88L leave the frequent parking place area, our user could press the SOS button to wake up the device and P88L will back to upload data. In addition, in smart working mode, P88L will stop uploading the time interval data when the internal battery power low to save power but no worry, the alert will still be uploaded in time. Alert includes SOS alert, low battery, and all the alerts listed here. Another thing worth mentioning is that in smart mode, SOS alert is quite special. When SOS alert is triggered, if the current GPS signal is invalid, P88L will first upload a SOS alert to server and timely ask for help. And also, after waiting for the GPS signal to recover, back to valid, P88L will upload another SOS alert to report the current position. We can see, the emergency function becomes more useful in smart working mode. Another working mode is super deep sleep mode. This mode allows for a very long standby. After entering the super deep sleep, the P88L will totally turn off the GPS and GSM modules. It will only wake up to upload a piece of data. Let's achieve the purpose of a long standby time. This mode is very good for asset checking. For example, if you set the time interval to 1 hour for a piece of data, the standby time can reach 416 hours. And standby time can also be extended if the time interval is set to be longer. Those are 4 working modes of P88L. I'll go on introduce more features. I have selected 7 main functions of P88L to give a brief introduction so you can know more about this product. The first feature is data flow saving. The same as the P99G, P88L also uses the CCE protocol, which supports users to select the data they need to be uploaded. This feature is very good for data flow saving and also could upload buffer data more faster. The second feature is step counting. This feature can be used to monitor the daily amount of exercise, and the steps will be cleared automatically at the midnight of SMS time zone. The third feature is the man down alert. This feature is very necessary for the elderly. After the P88L falls to the ground, if it detects any angle changes and no emotions for 3 seconds, it will send a voice warning. Within a certain time, users can press any button of the P88L to cancel the alert. That's code used to prevent false alert. And if the alert is not being cancelled, it will generate an fail down alert and dial all authorized numbers. This is a very useful function. The next feature is voice broadcasting. The standard firmware of P88L only supports 2 voice broadcasting, low battery, and fail alert. When a man down alert is triggered, you will hear a voice broadcasting. And to check the current battery power status, if the current battery power is less than 30%, you will hear a low battery voice broadcasting. Another feature is the alarm clock. This function is the same as the alarm clock function on your phone. You can set a time. P88L will beep and vibrate at the set time to remind you. It supports up to 24 alarm clocks. Next feature is the Polygon Geo Fence. The standard firmware of P88L only supports a Polygon Geo Fence, and if you need more, it can be customized. When P88L entering or leaving the Polygon Geo Fence, it will generate a corresponding alert. Another feature is the authorized phone number. These functions are more flexible and could meet different application scenarios. You can see P88L supports 5 authorized numbers, and after a phone call is answered, on the phone side, you could try press 1 or press 2 to select the conversation mode, listening in only or two-way calling. And also, phone call from unauthorized numbers could set to reject or answer. Okay. After the overall introduction of all the features of the P88L, I'll make a simple comparison of the 4 personal trackers of Meitrack in the last decade. Compare P88L with P99L, MT90, and P66. You can see P88L is similar to P66 in size, and it also supports IP67 waterproof. Although the battery of P88L is not as large as the P99 series, but a 1000 mAh battery combined with the intelligent power saving mode, it could also achieve a good standby. And P88L support Wi-Fi and Bluetooth function. So you can see P88L has a variety of extended application possibilities for different projects. To sum up, today I have introduced 3 tracking modes of P88L. And after that, I introduced 4 configuration modes, 4 working modes, and 7 main features of P88L as Meitrack's latest personal GPS tracker with a highly positioning accuracy and mini appearance, very easy to operate. I think P88L is very suitable for the current market. If you are interested in this device, please contact us. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you everyone. Thank you. Thank you for listening.